Hello guys, welcome to another video. So today I want to be talking about simple strategies, right? You can just use. So if you're a kind of person that creates with structure, this video is for you. So my name is Davo and I'm going to make it brief. So you all know that price work I mean price moves in impulse correction impulse, right? That's expansion retracement expansion. So that's the movement of price. So this is the only thing you need. This is the only thing you need. And I just want to make two scenarios because this is how the price when it moves in actually either a trending market or in a consolidation. So this is it. Either it makes something like this or it makes equal highs and it breaks this one. Sometimes it continues like this. Sometimes it runs both lows. So these are the two scenarios I just want to talk about in this video. So if you just pay attention to just these two, you don't need any strategy again to trade. So this is your break of structure. So we all know that after a break of structure, we look for an entry. Excuse me, some uses crib levels of 50% in order to know discount and premium areas like this, which is totally fine. Whatever works for you. Some uses this 50% of this particular range, of which if it works for you, fine. All you need is work with what works for you and wait for retracement. You don't want to be the one taking the short one. You want to be taking the longer leg, which is the expansion. Does it mean that you cannot trade this? No, you can also trade this, but you should know that this is a temporal move for a longer one, and it does the same thing and continues. Then for this one, where you are paying attention to is if price fails to make a break of structure, right? So what are you trying to look look for here is your entry confirmation. So let's assume on the lower time frame we have price moving up, down. Maybe this is a 15-minute structure, and on the 1 minute we are doing something like this, right? And it reaches here, and in the 15 minute it did not break, but on the 1 minute it broke structure here. We are looking to sell right here and target TP1 and TP2 in this particular one. So I'm going to mark TP1. TP1 is this place. Take partials, TP2 is here. But for this, in this particular case, for this one, this is the realistic take profit you have here. This is the only realistic take profit you have. And for those trading 50%, they might of this particular range, this might be their TP1. Your breakup structure is your TP1. So however you want to trade it, but these are the two scenarios you need in the market. If you want to know more about structure, you can just drop maybe leave it in the comment section so that I will talk more about different structures of different time frames. Because this is one of the most complex concepts I know there is concerning structure, where some people don't understand that price is fractal. So if you want us to talk about that, you can just leave it in the comment section and I'll make a video on it. So let's go to the chart so that I'll show you. I'm going to gold chart. If you have been following me for a while, you will know that I just trade just gold, just gold, just gold. So what is happening here is an fractality of price. So if you don't know structure well, then this is where you get confused. But if you know structure, you understand that there's a break of structure here, right? There's a break of structure and there's a failure of break of structure here. Then the main break of structure happened here. So now, where are we targeting for this one? The load that brought it, right? This one is our take profit. So I'll just be marking it like this. And since this one failed to break, we are targeting this high. I don't want to mark a lot, so let's go to the, yeah, we are already in the entry time frame. Let's go to 1 minute. Let's use 1 minute in this case. So remember the one that has breakout structure. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for a retracement back to the zone. So I said some people tends to use fib levels. Or do you want to see it on 3 minutes? I mean 3 hours. So that excuse me, you understand what I'm talking about. So this is where we are. Um this is where I marked this. So you see right here, it is a break of structure. But right here there is a failure and the break of structure happened here. So we are targeting this low and this failed, so we are targeting the high. And now we are in the range of this. Let me just mark it here. This and this. So this is where we are, this range. So we are bullish still because this is a failure. Although this is an important candle for now, not showing here, but it is an important candle. So this is still bullish. So what we are going to do is go to the 15 minutes and you see what I'm talking about. So this is the part where we are talking about. If you're on the 15 minutes, you know that okay, after this breakout structure, some people tends to wait for this. Whichever part you are, if it works for you, you are good to go. 50% after retracement. You see these people, this is another one, but some people will count this as structure. But this is, I don't think money has been transferred to this place. So some people will wait for this one, 50% of this zone. So from somewhere around here, they will start looking for. Some would have entered here and taken this one, while some are waiting for 50% of this zone. Anything from this zone is where they are entering. So anything from this place is where they are entering. And if you are using important candles in this particular case, this is the last printed one until this one. So if you are patient enough, this is where you should be entering at the break of this to target the high. So you would have this, you have something like this. That's if you are not utilizing 1 minute. So this is what we are having this point, this high. So this is 1:3 entry. That's if you're entering at 3. And what I'm saying is I'm just using important candles using 15 minutes now. There's a break here. But we'll go to 1 minute and we'll still look for those entries so that you see. You see why it is supposed to be a buy and why it is supposed to be a sell. Understanding important candles is very important because it usually saves me the stress of following structure. It's structure itself, but in another form, you know. So this is it. This is 1:4. So should you take these two trades here, having 1:7 alone, and if you know again, you can take from here back to this place. So this is it. But let's go to 3 minutes. I said I was going to use 1 minute. 1 minute is going to be very noisy. That's why sometimes I run away from it. So as you can see here, what we have this low, this high, this low. Did it break? Yeah, it broke here. So what you are paying attention to is it depends on the way you project your fib levels. You know whether you are measuring or you are actually following everything. So coming down from here, there are a lot of zones. There's a lot of structure that I'm seeing. Let me see if I can have a better one. So coming down to this point, we don't have structure until this one, then to this one. There's not another one. Then this book, this one, right? So it also determines how you measure this now. Then you enter. I don't want to disturb yourself with a lot of theories. I just want it to be simple. So you can just wait for 50 of this, 50 of this. So you see, instead of you entering at this point, you have this point to enter at. After the break, this is your best entry spot. You can, it's supposed to be a buy. You can have your entry here. Stop loss below this, just where it is now. Then we have a take profit at the normal zone where it came. So you see that. Did you see that? This is 1:8. So this is what it does for you when you try to refine. Instead of entering at this point. But if you are refining this, just use an important candle after the break of this, right? After the break should be around 9:15. So anything from 9:15, you can enter something like this, although it might take you out if you are using that strategy, that scenario. It might take you out if you enter and you minimize from here to go further. So if I want to use something like this, mostly it is just to scalp. But for longer entries like this, I would prefer a standard confirmation entry. So I just want to look at it here, this entry here. What do we see? We are seeing structure. So this is where the other one will favor us, and this the other one will not favor us. So we have this structure right here, then up, then this broke it. So our entry should be at 50%. Then we take it down. But let's see whether it gives us what we are looking for. 50%. If you don't trade like this, can you trade the other way? You see, we not have what we are looking for. So this is where this one now favors us. So it depends on which one you're using. You can actually use both. But the truth is, if it were me and I see this break here, all I can do if I want to minimize, I will not use 1 minute. I'm going to use 3 minutes. This is how I use, but using proper rule of time frame, This is what you should be doing. 1 minute. So after that break there, I would be looking for the important candle after this one break, then the blue one right here. This way I'm selling. This one, where I'm selling. And as you can see, there's no much difference from the normal entry, which is giving us 1:4. So let's just see where it goes. This is almost 1:5. Then just giving you 1% extra. So you see, and in this particular case right here, after the break of this, I would have been liquidated. No lies. I would have been liquidated because even at me putting my stop loss right here is just small BP. Just small BP that would make me not not to fall because of entry. So this is what I just have for that. And it's a very sweet entry. It's in 3 minutes. I love 3 minutes because it helps me quiet the noise of 1 minute. So that is where I'm going to enter. And I want you to see that 1:14 is this. So you would have got 1:14 and 1:8, which is still better than 1:3. So you see, but I don't want you to be taking this 1:14 because it's too risky. Just imagine people, I mean, spread just taking you out because this is just a spread away. So it will take you out and it goes to your TP and you feel like the market is monitoring you. If you read my book, you know what I'm talking about. So I have this book, an ebook actually on seller. It's the blueprint for small account growth. That's growing small accounts. So it helps you with some of the psychological things you suffer. Those things that makes you feel like ah, the market is always hunting me. So it helps fix those things if you but you see this is 1:5, this is 1:4. Of which many will oppose, but this is my next entry. So I don't want to do anything complex today. So basically, these are the two things you should be looking. Should it break? I'm looking for confirmation. Should it not break? So if you are confused, thank God I've seen the what are they calling it? The consolidation market. So what if in case you don't know what consolidation is, it looks like this. You don't know what price is doing. Price is just doing its thing. You see as a sideways. This is a consolidation. So what they are doing is how to trade it with structure. You have this leg break. No, so you have a leg from here that shoots to this point, and it made this, which I would not consider consolidation. I mean a retracement. That's a valid retracement, but made an equal low, equal high. Sorry. So it did this, which I will consider a proper retracement. So now, what are you expecting? Most people would expect something like this. Did it do? Yes. Why? The why is much more important. You see, this is a high that price is supposed to take, but this failed. And instead of this one, now to run this one, it failed it. So it did this thing again. It's something like this. Still failed to break this one. So this one should do it now. So now this is where pattern traders will draw a trend line and say touch one, touch 2 and touch 3 we buy. Did it buy? Yes. Did it go to your this thing? No. I think how I have forgotten how they do it. And now after this one now they'll still look for another one. Touch 1, touch 2, touch 3. Did it buy? Yes. So you see everything works in the market. It depends on the angle you are looking. But there are some that draw something like this and wait for break and retest. I don't even know how they do the thing. But please, I am not a pattern trader. It doesn't just make sense to me. I used to trade like this, but currently I am not. It doesn't make sense to me. You understand? Then they will, is it this a patent? Is it patent? Something. Be a flag. Whatever they call it, sure. Yeah, sure. Don't trade like this. So you see, they will tell you that add break and retest, then it works. Everything works as you can see. I don't know how they use it, but it works. But you see this consolidation, you can easily buy at the top, sell at the top, buy at the bottom, sell at the top, buy at the bottom. Simple. Until it gives you a direction. You take few losses though. Like this one now, it is the liquidity, all the stop loss that are off here. You grabbed it, came back, all the people buying here grabbed it, and it left you here thinking, okay, you don't know what to do next. You need to give it a direction that you should have just left it to do since. So what now happened here? This is a failure to break right here. So failure to break tends to run low that brought it. Which low brought it? This one. It went and it started giving us good structure right here. This is me analyzing just using one time frame. So we saw another one. This one failed. Did smaller one. This one failed too. So it went into a bigger one. And we arrived here. We arrived here. And we see a rejection right here. I don't know. Yeah, this is a strong support. I took this trade, but I'm not explaining it. Why? Because it's more complex. So this is just a simple video. So that's it about that. I wanted it to be a very short video, but it's almost 22 minutes or 23 minutes. So I'm going to stop here. I'll see you on the next video. Please like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Share to your trader friends and leave a comment where you don't have, where you don't understand rather. And if you want me to do the multi-time frame and structure, that's the fractality of price video, you can leave in a comment and I will do it shortly. Going to make it brief and I'm going to make it in such a way that you understand. So until the next video, guys, peace out.